Bleach and I haven't really come to an agreement since that last video where I decided to bleach half of my jeans and I literally tried to decompose my skin on multiple occasions. So as we all have just seen, my experience with bleach is phenomenal, really. Honestly, I haven't really made much improvements. I mean, I brought gloves to wear, but I decided they'd be more useful as floor decoration. So they didn't really find their way to my hands, but what we're gonna do is ignore that. I cut out like a little sample piece of the material to kind of like test out how the bleach would actually show up on the olive green color, because I didn't really know if it was gonna be like a look or not. So I sprayed bleach on like a tiny piece and it literally turned orange in a matter of seconds. Like, I don't know what type of algebra that is, but I was low-key shook. I wrapped up the tank top how you would regularly wrap up like a tie-dye shirt, and I sprayed it with bleach until I was satisfied. A few hours later, I took it out, and honestly, I didn't really like it. You can literally tell from my body language. I literally stared at that and I was like, the ghetto, I am not putting this in the video. But then I tried it on and I wasn't mad. Like, on the lowest of keys, I was feeling it, and I kind of wish I left it. I cut straight through the middle of the shirt, and then I cut about an inch off of both sides, and from here is kind of like your personal judgment, but I knew that I wanted the pins to kind of look like they were pulling on the shirt, so I cut a few more centimeters off of it. Then I added a couple pins and I was pretty much done. I tried it on, of course, and I actually really like how it came out. I don't know if my father will really let me leave the house with this t-shirt on, but we can try. I will let y'all know, but I'm leaning towards no. Regardless, I think this top is super cute. It was definitely one of the easier thrift flips because all it really requires is bleach, pins, scissors, and untouched gloves. Okay, so it's the next day. Actually, no, it's not the next day. I think it's 2 days after the next day. Basically, today I want to get the next 2 shirts done. This is the first shirt that I want to thrift flip. For this one, I was debating on making it like a ruche top, but I was on Pinterest again and I saw like this like tie kind of detail. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use fabric glue though because I really don't want to get into sewing unless I have to. Once again, I'm starting off with another basic top. I've been really into green recently, so this t-shirt kind of matches my current aesthetic. I definitely overused that word. For this flip, all you need is your t-shirt, a pair of scissors, chalk, and some fabric glue. The first thing I did was cut off about 4 to 5 inches of this shirt. The amount you cut is definitely personal preference. You can cut more, you can cut less. It's really up to you. I actually upgraded from pencils and markers though, and decided I'm gonna go ahead and use some chalk. I don't know why it took me so long to come up with the idea, but y'all should be proud because I don't usually do the whole common sense thing. Then using the bottom piece, I cut about half an inch so that I can make the string. Once I cut that out into a long piece, I used fabric glue and I basically glued along the length, kind of like an envelope. I glued one side and folded it inwards, and then I did the same on the other side. After I'd done this, I ironed it to ensure that it stays flat, and then I tied the string around the front of the shirt and I was pretty much done. But then I got a little creative or whatever, and I decided I wanted to make myself a headband with the remaining material. The thing with cotton though is that once it's stretched, it loses its elasticity, so I had to basically do the exact same thing I did with the string, except I made it a few inches thicker. But other than that, it was the exact same method, and after that I was all finished. This is the shirt, and then this is the headband that I just did. I'm actually a fan of this. Like, the way the shirt came out, I'm not even that mad about it. Most likely if I were to wear this, it would definitely be with blue jeans. My only problem though is that when this shade of green gets wet, you can really see it. So like, I literally sweat so much. Like, I'm literally sweating right now. So I don't know if I'll actually ever wear this out, because the minute I start sweating, it is over for me in this shirt. Like, I'm probably not gonna wear it. I'm actually pretty happy about it though, you know. I'm very, what's satisfied in French? Is it really a video if I'm not searching at words in French? I feel like it's satisfait. Let's listen to her say it. Satisfait. Je suis satisfait avec ce shirt. Baguette croissant. Formidable. But yeah, this is the shirt. I'm gonna go move on to my fourth thing. Okay, so, oh guys, I finished the vinyl wall look. My vinyl wall is now complete. I'm very happy about that. Kind of irrelevant, but whatever. The fourth thing that I'm thrift flipping is what I'm wearing. I'm literally just wearing whatever I'm gonna end up flipping. This is a sweater, numero cuatro. Yes, I speak Spanish. The original idea that I had for this was cutting the sweater into 2. So I wanted to do like a top piece and then save the bottom piece for like a skirt. After measuring out where the skirt would go, I realized the skirt would be like a little too short and the top would be like literally cut up here. So instead of doing like a 2-piece, I figured I'd just make it a crop top. And then I got elastic from Michael, so basically I'm just gonna put elastic like through the sweater so you can give it like that nice cinched look. And then with the remaining material, I want to try and make a scrunchie. I don't really know how those work or like how to do them, but I'm gonna try. Honestly, the biggest part of this is literally sewing, because I cannot sew, so my mom's probably gonna have to teach me how to do this later tonight. Alright, so we're back with yet another green top. Honestly, my green addiction gradually worsens every single day. I am so sorry. Chalk wasn't really showing up on this knitted material, so I actually used a pin. I started off by cutting out the sweater, of course, and then I used needle pins to basically align the shirt so I know where I'll be sewing from. Make sure your sweater is inside out, by the way. I'm actually surprised I didn't make that mistake here. I did this on the front and the back, and then I basically just sewed along that section. I didn't really know what I was doing because I still don't really know how to sew. Like, the machine itself literally looks like a math equation, so you know me, I am not touching that. My mom basically did all the buttons and the pressing, and I kind of just dragged the sweater along. I wasn't really doing much, but you know, I kind of felt like I was doing a little something. You're gonna want to leave a pocket so that you can thread the elastic through, which as you can see gives it that like cinched look. After I finished, I sewed the two ends of the elastic together and then sewed the pocket shut, and I was done. Moving on to the scrunchies, I had to search up the dimensions and I found out that it was 4 inches by 7 inches. I basically folded the material over and sewed along the length. After sewing, I flipped the scrunchie inside out, and using a pin, I basically repeated the same steps as I did with the sweater. I weaved the elastic through the scrunchie and I sewed those two ends of the elastic together. After this, I just hand sewed the two ends of the scrunchie. I made sure and folded it inwards to give it that seamless look. I honestly don't know what kind of stitch I was doing. I took family studies in the 9th grade, so I did like the back and forth stitch. I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I repressed most of the 9th grade. But after that, I was done with the scrunchies and the sweater. So this is the finished look. I'm actually really proud of this one because the length was perfect for my torso. I made sure and pre-measured the elastic to make sure it wouldn't be too tight on my waist. I paired this with a green plaid skirt. I was kind of going for the monochromatic fit, but I'm not too sure if it's really a look here. I would definitely wear this later in the year though. When it starts to get cold, I feel like especially this shade of green is going to look so cute in the fall/winter time. The scrunchie's cute too. I feel like I probably should have made it looser, but my hands are also huge, so it's kind of a double-edged sword there. But overall, I can't wait to wear this. I just went into my dad's closet and I found this, and it's like this long piece of thing. No, now I have enough things for the thrift flip. I lose cost. I will buy dad's a shirt. Ask him, just ask. All you have to do is ask. No, can you ask for me? Please. I don't want to. You're the favorite daughter. Don't even say that right now. He doesn't even need this. Like, do you guys really think my dad's gonna wear this? Justify stealing some. He's not wearing this. I have never seen him wear this before. What's his favorite shirt? He likes to look at it or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. Where's the energy though? If it's his favorite shirt, then where's the energy? I have to ask my dad's permission to thrift flip this, but I'll probably end up doing it anyway. So, do you wear this?
No, wear that. Full break.
You don't like it?
Full break.
So can I cut it up?
No.
What? Please.
I'll wear it in the winter.
No, please. I'll buy you a shirt like this.
What are you calling it for?
It's a project. It's a project.
What kind of project you gonna make?
I'm making a 2-piece set. Thank you.
Oh man.
Alright, so all y'all saw firsthand, I asked for permission. I won't hear nothing about me stealing clothes and cutting them up. I asked him, I got the approval. Somebody remind me to buy him a yellow polo though, because I might forget. But this is the sweater. It was literally just this oversized shirt. I was looking for something like this at Value Village, but I couldn't really find it. So this ended up being perfect for the thrift flip. The idea for this shirt is that I wanted to turn into a 2-piece set. So basically a shorts as the bottom and then a crop top long sleeve as the top. Basically what I was trying to do for the green sweater. I use these shorts as like my sewing pattern because they fit me really well. I basically just traced out my shorts onto the long sleeve and then cut along the shirt where I had marked. When it comes to making shorts, you basically just have to cut out the same pieces 4 times, which is exactly what I did. However, I made a little mistake because when tracing the next piece, I decided to flip the shorts over, which basically just inverted the pants in general. For the top of this long sleeve, I followed the exact same steps as I did with the green sweater. I flipped it inside out, folded it upwards, pinned along the bottom, and sewed it shut. Now, remember like 2 seconds ago when I inverted the shorts by cutting them on the opposite side? This is where it gets a little confusing. So basically, I should have cut 4 pieces so that you can sew the 2 sets of pieces together, but when I flipped it over and sewed it, I was left with one of the pieces flipped on the wrong side. So using a seam ripper, I basically had to remove the threading and then flip the bottom piece the other way to make it look like it was 2 right sides. My mom had to help me with this part because after that happened, I was kind of ready to give up, but we fixed the shorts and then stacked the 2 shorts on top of each other and sewed along the curve. This part was pretty simple for me. It was just keeping the 2 sides equally together. When I finished sewing the curve, I basically had the front side and the back side side of the shorts, and I just sewed the two ends together, which is basically like the seam that runs along the sides of your legs. I then sewed the crotch together, which was pretty easy for me. At this point, you can really see the shorts coming together, so I was kind of getting a little excited or whatever. The next morning, all I had left to do was the waistband, which once again is the exact same method as a cinched sweater. You flip it inside out, fold it over, weave the elastic through, sew the two ends of the elastic together, and sew the hole shut, and then you're done. By the way, I know these drawings suck, but the way I'm explaining things is probably even worse, so I hope it kind of helped. Probably didn't. I barely understand what I'm saying, but this was the finished look.